Your mind is the battlefield, and weak emotions will try to take over if you let them. But emotions do not define reality, actions do. You can feel afraid and still take the first step. You can have doubts and still show up every day. You can feel tired and still do the work. The difference between winners and losers is not talent or luck. It's the ability to act despite feelings. Weakness only controls you if you allow it. The second you stop listening, you start winning. Nothing worth having comes easy. Pain, struggle, and failure are part of the process, but they are not reasons to stop. In fact, they are proof that you are growing, that you are moving forward. Weak people let challenges defeat them, but strong people use them as fuel. Every time you push through discomfort, you become harder to break. Every time you silence the voice of doubt, you grow more confident. Every time you kill laziness with action, you move one step closer to your goals. You were not born to be average. You were not created to live a life ruled by weak emotions. You have the power to rise above every fear, every doubt, and every excuse. But power means nothing if you don't use it. Make the decision today, no more surrendering to weakness. No more letting your feelings dictate your future. Take control. Kill your weak feelings and become the strongest version of yourself. Every excuse you make is a step backward. It's a delay tactic, a self-imposed barrier between where you are and where you want to be. The more you entertain excuses, the more powerless you become. But when you shift your mindset from I can't to how can I, you take back control. You stop seeing roadblocks as dead ends and start viewing them as detours leading to a better route. Instead of making excuses, start making adjustments. Instead of saying, I don't have time, reorganize your priorities. Instead of saying, I'm too tired, push through and build endurance. Action is the cure to every excuse. The moment you stop thinking and start doing, the hesitation fades away. Fear shrinks, doubt disappears, and you prove to yourself that you are capable of far more than you believed. Nothing happens until you move. No progress is made until you take the first step. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop justifying your lack of action. Get up, get to work, and don't stop until you've built the life you want. Struggle is not a punishment, it is a teacher. It shapes you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the challenges ahead. Every great individual, every success story, every legend has been forged in the fire of struggle. It is in the moments of hardship that real strength is developed, not when things are easy. When you push through adversity, when you refuse to back down, you are building a version of yourself that is capable of handling anything life throws at you. Strength is not given, it is earned through battle, through resilience, through an unshakable refusal to quit. Weakness, on the other hand, survives only when you feed it. It thrives on hesitation, fear, and self-pity. It grows when you take the easy way out, when you let failure define you, when you choose comfort over challenge. The more you indulge in weakness, the more it takes over your life. It convinces you that struggle is a reason to stop, that difficulty means something is impossible. But that is a lie. The truth is, every time you push forward, despite hardship, weakness loses its grip on you. It shrinks when you refuse to give in, when you stand firm, when you take action even when it's hard. If you want success, stop waiting to feel ready. Stop letting your emotions decide your future. Build discipline, commit to action, and keep moving forward, no matter what. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who feel like winning every day. They are the ones who fight for it, regardless of how they feel. Be one of them. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but it can also be your greatest enemy if you let it be ruled by weak feelings. Too many people allow their emotions to control their actions, thinking that how they feel determines who they are. But feelings are nothing more than passing thoughts, temporary impulses that come and go. They do not define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. If you give in to fear, you become fearful. If you let doubt control you, you become uncertain. But if you choose strength, discipline, and action, despite those feelings, you become unstoppable. The truth is, emotions are unreliable. One day you feel confident, the next you feel insecure. One moment you feel energized, the next you feel exhausted. If you allow these fluctuations to dictate your actions, you will never be consistent. And without consistency, success is impossible. Winners don't wait for the right mood, they train themselves to act regardless of how they feel. They don't let a bad day turn into a bad week or a moment of self-doubt turn into a lifetime of hesitation. They understand that their mind is theirs to control, and they refuse to be prisoners to their emotions. Your mind must serve you, not control you. You must train yourself to recognize weak feelings for what they are, distractions. When fear creeps in, acknowledge it, but don't let it stop you. When doubt whispers that you're not good enough, prove it wrong with action. When laziness tempts you to take the easy path, remind yourself why you started in the first place. The moment you separate yourself from your emotions and refuse to let them define you, you gain true power. Success is not a matter of how you feel, it is a matter of what you do. Too many people wait until they feel motivated, inspired, or ready before they take action. But emotions are unpredictable, fleeting, and unreliable. If you depend on feelings to drive you, you will never build consistency. And without consistency, there is no success. The people who reach the top don't always feel like showing up, but they show up anyway. They don't always feel strong, but they push through anyway. They don't allow emotions to dictate their actions, they let discipline take control. Discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is the ability to commit to a goal and follow through, regardless of obstacles, setbacks, or discomfort. It is waking up early when your body wants to sleep, training when you're tired, working when others are relaxing. It is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Because feelings are temporary, but the results of discipline last forever. People who rely on emotions waste time searching for motivation, while disciplined individuals create their own momentum. They don't wait for the right mood or the perfect moment because they understand that success is built in the moments. No one sees the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, and the relentless commitment to progress. Discipline is not a talent, it is a habit. And like any habit, the more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Weakness thrives on emotion, on hesitation, on excuses. But discipline kills weakness. It doesn't negotiate with laziness or give space to self-doubt. It doesn't care if the path is difficult or if success seems far away. It only knows one thing: keep going. When you live with discipline, failure is not the end, it's just another lesson. Pain is not a reason to stop, it's proof that you are growing. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who have never struggled. They are the ones who struggled and refused to break. They didn't wait for strength to appear, they built it through effort, through pain, through relentless determination. Every time they were knocked down, they got back up. Every time they felt weak, they pushed harder. That is how strength is created. It is not about being born strong, but about deciding that no amount of difficulty will defeat you. So stop feeding weakness. Stop giving it power over your life. When struggle comes, embrace it. When things get hard, push harder. When you feel like quitting, remind yourself that this is the moment that will define you. Weakness dies when you starve it of excuses, when you refuse to surrender, when you decide that you will not be controlled by fear, doubt, or pain. Strength is built in these moments, and the more you fight, the stronger you become. Keep going. Keep fighting. Let struggle shape you into the unstoppable force you were meant to be. Weak feelings are the chains that hold you down, the silent thieves that steal your potential before you even realize it. Fear keeps you from taking action, whispering worst-case scenarios in your ear until you start believing them. Doubt makes you question your abilities, convincing you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or strong enough. Laziness lulls you into a false sense of comfort, telling you that you can always start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes for those who listen to these lies. The only thing waiting for them is regret. If you want success, if you want to become something greater than you are now, you must recognize these weak feelings for what they are: enemies. They are not a part of you. They are barriers between you and the life you deserve. Too many people let these feelings dictate their actions, but champions do the opposite. They act in spite of fear, move forward despite doubt, and push through laziness with relentless discipline. The moment you decide that your dreams are bigger than your feelings, you take back control. Weakness is not in your body, it's in your mind. It's in that voice that tells you to quit when things get tough. It's in the excuses you make when you don't feel like putting in the work. That voice, That feeling, it's lying to you. It wants you to stay the same, to remain comfortable, to be less than what you could be. And if you listen to it, you will never reach your full potential. You will live a life of regret, watching others succeed while you wonder, what if I had pushed harder? You have two choices: give in to weakness or kill it. Weakness is not a permanent part of you. It only survives because you let it. Every time you choose discipline over laziness, confidence over doubt, and courage over fear, you starve your weakness. You take away its power. The moment you stop feeding those weak feelings, they begin to die. And what rises in their place is the strongest, most relentless version of you. Pain is part of the journey, but suffering is optional. Pain builds you, it sharpens you, it makes you tougher. Weakness, on the other hand, tricks you into thinking pain is a reason to stop. But winners know the truth. Pain is temporary, and quitting makes it last forever. When you push through, when you refuse to surrender, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your feelings. You prove that nothing can break you. You don't have time for self-pity. You don't have time for doubt. You don't have time for weakness. Your future self is waiting for you to step up, to kill every excuse, to crush every feeling that holds you back. So make the choice today. Kill your weak feelings. Become unstoppable. You don't have to feel strong to be strong. You don't have to feel ready to take the first step. You don't have to feel motivated to do the work. Your emotions are not your identity, your actions are. Take control of your mind, silence the weak feelings, and build the future you deserve. Pain is a part of life, but suffering is a choice. Every great achievement comes with struggle. Every path to success is filled with obstacles, and every moment of growth demands some level of discomfort. Yet, too many people fear pain and avoid it at all costs, not realizing that by running from it, they only make it last longer. When you resist the hardships that come with progress, you stay stuck in the same place, trapped by your own unwillingness to endure temporary discomfort for long-term gain. Pain itself is not the enemy, your response to it is. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who never feel pain. They are the ones who refuse to let it stop them. Pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. The struggle you feel in the moment will pass, but if you give up, you will have to live with that regret forever. Every time you stop short of your goal because it hurts, every time you take the easy way out, instead of pushing through, you strengthen the habit of surrender. Over time, quitting becomes second nature, and you build a life filled with missed opportunities and what-ifs. On the other hand, when you face pain head-on and refuse to let it break you, something powerful happens. You become stronger, your mind becomes tougher, your willpower sharpens, and your resilience grows. The very thing that once felt unbearable becomes fuel for your progress. You start to realize that pain is not a signal to stop, but a sign that you are leveling up. Those who embrace pain, endure it, and fight through it are the ones who reach heights others only dream of. You must make a choice. Let pain define you or let it refine you. Let it break you or let it build you. Weakness tells you to stop, but strength tells you to push forward. The struggle you feel today is shaping the warrior you will become tomorrow. No matter how difficult the journey gets, remind yourself that the pain is temporary, but if you surrender to it, the consequences will last forever. Keep going. Keep fighting. Your future self is counting on you to endure. Excuses are the enemies of progress. They disguise themselves as reasons, but in reality, they are just carefully crafted lies we tell ourselves to justify inaction. Every time you say, I don't have time, I'm too tired, or I'll start tomorrow, you are feeding weakness and delaying your success. The truth is, if something truly matters to you, you will find a way to get it done. If it doesn't, you will find an excuse. And the more you let excuses control your actions, the further you drift away from your goals. Success belongs to those who prioritize action over excuses. Life will never hand you the perfect conditions to start. There will always be obstacles, responsibilities, and distractions. But the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is simple. Winners take action despite the challenges. They don't wait for motivation to strike or circumstances to align. They create momentum by showing up, doing the work, and making progress even when it's difficult.